Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. This is my run against the new stage of the Wicked Bloodline edition of Red Zone, of us beating Metal Cooler. I'm not sure which video I'm going to upload first, either the breakdown video or this. So just in case, I'm going to quickly run through my kind of thought process of beating this. It is post-commed. I just haven't had much time to do anything today, so this is why we're doing it like this. This wasn't my first attempt. I did attempt it with Cooler's team just because that team's just been decimating everything. Unfortunately, my 55% Cooler not getting his additional supers off in one of the rotations, he only got one off, meant that he was taking 200k basics against Metal Cooler. So I thought, yeah, we're gonna have to switch it up. So I went with one of the best teams in the game, which of course the LR Gods 200% lead, kind of overloaded on tech units. You know, we've got LR Gogeta, we've got of course Friend Gods, My Gods. We brought the LRSSJ4s, we brought LRSSJ4 Goku, we also brought the likes of the new LR Tech SJ Goku as well. Easy A Tech God Goku, couldn't not bring him. Doesn't have his damage reduction in the first phase, so you probably want to keep him off rotation while that is the case. And then of course, as soon as he gets to Cooler, movie boss enemy, and he has type advantage, put him in slot 1, line him up with one of the gods, you're good to go. I didn't even have LR Tech SJ Goku on rotation for like the majority of the event, so he didn't even get to stack up, but that's another great unit to bring. Of course, you can get him, sit him in slot 1. He can guard throughout the entirety of the event, as long as you have 77% HP. He has the revive, which is handy, of course, considering you only have one item. Gives you another outlet to heal. Links pretty well with majority of the units on this team, but more importantly, the LR Tech Gods. The LR Tech Gods can stack up through, I was going to say not a long event, but it's not the longest event, but, you know, considering the robot soldier, because I did actually go into this with the knowledge, because I've already recorded the breakdown video, it depends which one you're going to see first. The robot soldier has 50% damage reduction, and then has the damage reduction he has as a boss, which is like 60%. So this is why it takes you so long to beat the robot soldier. This is why some of the hardest hitting units in the game feel like they're not doing that much, or even close to what you're used to. So that does help you stack up the year 7 LRs a little bit more. However, you do have to be careful, because the robot soldier can still hit you for just over 700k on a super. So while you can stack up a bit more, it's also quite risky to do so, because there's also a big chance, depending on the unit that gets supered, which is, to be fair, the majority at that point, because the year 7s haven't really stacked. You know, SJ4 Goku would have to double super, maybe even counter. You know, otherwise he's going to be doing quite a bit of damage, because that is pretty much the majority of your health. And again, Easy A Tech God Goku doesn't have his damage reduction here, so that's not even something you can depend on. I would say your best bet is probably overloading on tech units. The main units that can actually kind of break through his damage reduction are literally strength units, and because of Cooler being an AGL unit, probably not a good idea you kind of bring strength units. I mean, you could bring Easy A LRSJ4 Vegeta, however, you would need him to counterattack supers in the final phase, which you can do, you can dodge. But even you saw there, 70k on the gods. Yeah, that's the only thing. So you do have time to stack up a little bit more, even though there's only 2 phases. However, there's also a big chance you can take damage, because it's so early on. And then against Cooler, lucky enough, he doesn't also have the damage reduction, but he does stack on super, and he has the heal. So against Cooler, that's why I decided to bring loads of tech units. It's pretty much do as much damage, kind of like a similar trend for a lot of red zone stages, but is do maximum amount of damage as quick as possible to basically get in and get out, because Cooler's constantly going to be stacking on super. You don't want to be hit with a super with him anyway, because it does like over 1.2 million damage, something like that. Said on super he's stacking, so he's going to get bulkier and bulkier. He also heals, which is going to keep you in there longer. This is why the LR Tech Gods are so key, because they do so much damage, they attack so many times. If you have a dupe in, they're doing an extra super, you can also crit. You have the active skills, which are guaranteed crits on both year 7 LRs, but more so with the gods having type advantage. As I said, you pretty much need to get in and get out, otherwise you're going to be in there too long, you take too much damage. Cooler's stacking up defense, he's getting bulkier, he's also healing, which keeps you in longer. So that is pretty much the game plan. So as soon as you get here, you want to fuse your SSJ4s if you bring them. You want to transform your gods into blues. Easy A Tech God Goku comes on rotation, becomes kryptonite to the movie boss enemy, and has type advantage. The gods can have almost perfect links off. They can chill in slot 2. give them all the key, get them the additionals, do as many attacks as possible. And also Tech LRS Stray Goku, great addition as well, can sit in slot 1 as long as you have 77% HP more of the guard. I didn't even get the revive off. I was close to, but I might have died. I didn't even get it off. Of course, get the revive off. He's got his guard at all times, can stack up defense. Fortunately, mine didn't have the chance to. You're pretty much good to go. So that's pretty much the strat you want to go with cooler stages. You want to do as much damage as possible, dip in and dip out, you know, as quick as possible. But again, as I said, you can dodge and counter cooler. So that could give you a few more options to bring. Gogeta can counter, you don't have to rely on his damage reduction, which of course he gets with Rainbow Key Spheres, which isn't too much. But yeah, there's a possibility of countering, you can dodge. You know, so there is also a few more options on the table for you. You could bring SSJ4 Goku being one of them, while also massively raising his defense, doing big damages of course as well, especially on crits. I said Gogeta also has the possibility to do so, along with having damage reduction per Rainbow Key Sphere obtained. And also, Dokkan was feeling generous for me today, because a lot of the time the blues were actually dodging quite a lot. You know, I was getting them 3 Rainbow Key Spheres, but that's like, what, only a bit in terms of their dodge chance. But yeah, Dokkan was feeling generous today with the dodges, so that was also very, very nice. But yeah, that was kind of the game plan, and that's how I ended up beating Cooler. There's not long left of the video, there's probably like, what, 4 or 5 minutes left. So let me know how you found the 2 new stages. I personally haven't found them too bad, however this stage can catch you off guard if you're not careful, especially with how much damage the robot soldier can actually do while you're trying to like build up the year 7s, you know, things like that. But as I said, do let me know what you think down in the comments. Don't forget to drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you next video, guys. Enjoy the rest of the run, and peace!